at 5. Time now for 4 Stops at 4 with news from across Wisconsin. One man dead, another being treated for life-threatening injuries after a single vehicle crash in Howard on Wednesday night. The Brown County Sheriff's Office says the truck failed to negotiate a curve on Shawano Avenue near Evergreen Drive just before 10 p.m. The truck crashing into a utility pole and a large tree. 2 people were trapped in the vehicle when deputies arrived. The passenger, a 21-year-old man from Suamico, was taken to the hospital. He later died from his injuries. The driver from Howard in the hospital currently with life-threatening injuries. Investigators say speed and alcohol were factors in the crash. The investigation is ongoing. A Beaver Dam man is in custody following a police chase that ended with his vehicle 30 feet into Lake Winnebago.